It's a few days into the new year, and you know what that means. New Year's resolution time. And I just went into the gym today and saw a whole bunch of new people I've never seen before, which was interesting because everybody's has their New Year's resolutions. They all want to get healthy and fit. So there they come. But statistically speaking, 91% of people who have New Year's resolutions never follow them through the whole entire year. So I want to make sure that you guys are the 9% that make it by giving you these 5 game changing tips on how to crush your fitness goals and stick to your New Year's resolutions. So, if you are like most people, they have the goals of being healthier, right? Because when we're healthy, we have energy. When we're healthy, we look good. When we're healthy, we're more positive about our self image and we have all the energy we need in order to do the things we want to do. Being healthy is number one priority, or should be the number one priority in everybody's life. So the first thing is to get specific on your goal. Most people want to say, like, oh, I want to lose weight. You want to lose weight? Really? Okay. What type of weight do you want to lose? Because there's you can compare a 200-pound man versus, the 200-pound man that's like 6'1" and ripped and huge and bulky versus a 200-pound woman that's 5'1". There's a huge difference in body composition. So you just saying, I want to lose weight, yeah, that's okay. But if you get more specific, like, I want to lose 10 pounds of fat, that is more specific. And if you want to do something like that, there are body scans you should get, and you can get that like right away. Like, the first thing you want to do is like take the pictures, go get a body scan so you can see your progress in the body scan and on the scale, instead of just thinking, oh, well, I haven't lost any weight. Well, maybe you've gained some muscle. That's where the body scan comes into play. So the first step is to get specific with your goal, right? The next step is really easy, and it's start now. People are like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna do it in a couple weeks or whatever when I have time." Listen, I talked to the guys in my gym, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, "Oh, I thought there's gonna be a flood of people in here, like even more than there was." And what they said is that most people don't show up until the end of the month. So they have a spike of like 50 new members that come in, but people don't show up until the end of the month. And when you do that, you set yourself up for failure because maybe you'll show up, maybe you won't. But the thing is, if you get out there and you do it right now, you take action right now with that specific goal that you have, then you can get the help that you need in order to get that goal. Which leads me to the next one, which is create a plan. And if you are new to fitness, you might need help. You might need a trainer. Like, one of the cool things about having a gym membership is the first thing when you go in, you kind of have like a little tour, and they'll offer you most likely a discounted rate for a kind of like free session or a $10 session with the trainer, so they can kind of get where your baseline and what kind of goals that you can have in the gym based off of, or the kind of exercises based off of your goals, so you can get to where you want to go. When you're speaking with somebody who literally lives the gym, who's like a certified gym rat, that is a great place to start, to actually create a plan that's based off of your goals that actually makes sense, instead of like, I want to lose 10 pounds of fat from because I want to do let's just do a lot of cardio, right? But if you get a trainer, they'll tell you exactly what to do. And the next part of this is that, like, when you create that goal, make sure that you stick to it. And the next 2 points that I'm going to give you are great tips on how to stick with the goal that you create for yourself, right? So, and that is like number 4 is to get help and support. Like I said before, with the trainers can help you create that plan, right? And then on top of that, when you go to the gym, some people are just like really scared to talk to people. They're like in their bubble. Maybe they're like kind of um, they're like kind of insecure about their body and they don't want to talk to people. Don't do that. I mean, if you really, really, really want to, you really don't want to talk to anybody, sure, okay. but then you're missing out on the beautiful camaraderie that there is in the gym. Like I made a pact to myself that I speak to one new person in the gym every day. Every single time I go to the gym, I talk to a new person. Why? Because number one, you're networking. Number two, you're creating a support system. So when people just come up with, oh man, wow, looking big, bro. Or like, yo, love your outfit. Or yo, like, hey, can you give me some tips on this? Like, it is a community that you can build. And if you don't talk to anybody, then you're missing out on that opportunity. I'm not saying you have to go in there and be Mr. or Mrs. Congeniality right away. You might feel uncomfortable, but that's why you can go up to people that have the traits that you have, that you want to have, right? Somebody has a big old booty, and you're like, man, I really want to work on my glutes. Hey, you go up there, hey, you know what kind of exercises do you do for X, Y, and Z? I'm really curious. I guarantee you, any gym rat would be like, get a pen and paper, let's go. So you don't have to get that support just from the trainers or just from the coaches that you hire. You can also get the support from other people there, right? And on top of that, you can also go on YouTube and search up the different exercises um, so you can do them correctly, right? And every single one, they have like little diagrams. But if you're like, you know what, I don't really know how to do a really solid RDL, or so you just YouTube it, boom, then you see it, then you monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. Another good thing is like along with this is to be able to look at yourself in the mirror, and if there's no mirror, then use your phone and just go like the Instagram app and go on like the story, whatever. Just use your phone as a mirror so you can make sure you're doing the right thing based off of the video or YouTube video that you're watching. Right. So that's number four, is get help and support. And number five is to track your progress. What's a great way to track your progress? I have this app. I'll put it in the description below. It's called like My Fitness something. I don't know. But what's really great about it is like a digital workout um, log, right? And so every single time I go and I do a push day and I do an exercise that I've done before or whatever, I'm doing a legs day, doing a pull day, it shows me the weight and the reps that I did the previous week. So every time I go to the gym and I do that same exercise, I want to either increase my reps or increase my weight every single time I work out. Now, it doesn't happen every single time, but I try. So what that is tracking your progress. So you might not see the progress in the mirror right away, but if you look at your numbers and your numbers are increasing and you're starting to get more sore, then you're like, okay, something's happening, right? So it's so important to be able to track your progress. And there's also an app called Habit Tracker that if you download this app, you can just let's say you want to promise to yourself that you work out for 30 minutes every day, right? There's a Habit Tracker app where you can go to the Habit Tracker app and then type in like add the habit of go to the gym 30 minutes a day. And then every single day before you go to bed, look at your Habit Tracker app and be like, did I do this today? And then you press yes, and it goes bring, and it gives you like a 100% on that habit, right? And then let's say you do like 4 or 5 different habits. Let's say you drink a gallon of water a day, or do a meditation a day, whatever it is for you. Then over time, it gives you a percentage of how much of these habits you actually completed, right? And then you kind of can give yourself a grade, just like in school, right? These are things that you committed to yourself. It's you against your word. And your word is literally the biggest thing that you have. So if you look at yourself and your habits and you're at a 50%, like, are you okay with a 50% show up rate for the things that you said that you wanted to do? And if that's a no, then figure out, okay, how am I going to bump this up again? Right? So you kind of get to grade yourself on how the habits you show up for. And what's a cool thing about this habit app is you can actually add other people into the habits that you are committed to doing. Like let's say you have somebody else who wants to lose weight and go to the gym, right? And you have somebody else that agrees, you know what? Yeah, I want to at least move my body for at least 30 minutes a day. Then you can add them to the habit tracker app, and then you can have a joined habit where you have a friend that is also doing those things. So every time your friend does this habit, like of working out for 30 minutes a day, it goes Like it gives you a notification, and it says, Andrew Finch has done this exercise, and you're like, dang, all right, well that means like I need to get it done. So it holds you accountable. Like this, like these three different or these two different apps hold you accountable and track your progress is not only your just like your picture or the things that you see in the mirror. And also when you're tracking your progress, like there's an app, I think the same fitness app that I'll put in a link below has a part where you can take a picture of yourself and record the weight. Now why do you want to do that? Because sometimes our growth happens like so gradually that we don't even notice it's happening. But when you look at yourself like 4 months before and you look at yourself now, it's completely different. So there's different apps. Like I actually do this on my calorie counter app because there's like really two main components of losing weight. It's not just working out, right? It's like you have to be able to consume a healthy diet and work out at the same time. And they both go together. And it's funny, like when people ask, how can I get sober? This is pretty much the same exact 5 steps. It's all the same. You got to really focus on your habits. Make sure that you have support system. Start right away. Create a very specific goal and create a plan, and stick to it. It's really these 5 steps. If you are able to complete these 5 steps, you're able to complete any single thing in your life. And it's really important to be able to do these 5 things, track your progress to make sure, like, because we won't keep doing something if we don't see progress. We're going to be like, well, what's the point? I'm putting all this work in and there's no progress. So, these habit tracker app and the fitness apps can show you, and even the calorie tracker app can show you these 3 different things of how you've changed since you started this journey, right? That's why it's so important. Like I would say to every single person who's ready to work out, go and get your body scan so you know what your body fat percentage is. You know how strong your right arm is, your left arm, your right leg, your left leg, and your posterior. Why is that important? Because it's your composition. It's literally scanning your whole entire body and telling you where your muscles are, where your fat is, and what the percentage is. And that's important because when you grow, you might be growing muscle and losing fat, but your weight might be around the same. That might be frustrating for you. But when you get a body scan, it shows exactly where you're growing and where you're losing. So, hope these 5 different tips are super helpful for you guys. It has been so helpful for me. And I hope that 2025 is the best year you ever had in your life. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and put them down below. I will link the app. And if you're interested in joining the workout program that I'm in, my friend Andrew, who I mentioned before in the Habit app, he's actually doing a free New Year's 1 month trial of his app and his program. I've been on it for about 3 weeks now, and it's very, very cool. And it's a very self-explanatory app. He goes through your form and everything, and tells you like, hey, like you need to do this. You need to, squat a little deeper, less weight. He's very specific on the form because if you mess up your form, you could really hurt yourself. So that's why it's important to get support from people who know what they're talking about, so you can prevent yourself from injury and grow faster. Thank you guys so much for being here. Look forward to seeing you this year and seeing you tomorrow. Much love.